this one is going to be a little strange for me. Now, I was having a conversation with my youngest boy, and he remarked that I shouldn't really be referring to myself as American. Now, being a naturalized U.S. citizen, this sparked me as interesting, curious even. So I said, why? His simple answer was, because you're not born here. And I said, well, by that logic, I'm not Canadian either, because I wasn't born there. He said, yeah, you're not. So I said, okay, well, what am I? And he said, you're English, because you were born in England. Now, next month marks the 50th anniversary of my family emigrating from England to Canada. So I haven't lived in England in 50 years. So I'm sure that many fellow Englishmen and women, given that, would not reasonably consider me to be English either. So, from a certain point of view, as Ben Kenobi has been wont to say from time to time, even though I was born in England, I'm not really English. Even though I'm a Canadian citizen, I'm not really Canadian. And even though I'm American, and have lived here for over half my life, I'm not really American. This is a quandary for me. So, because these are very important self-defining ways in which I see myself. So if I'm not English, if I'm not Canadian, if I'm not American, what am I? Who am I? And more importantly, what does this mean for how I interact with the world around me? And more importantly, how the world interacts and sees me. All of which brings me to this perplexing place. Regardless of how I see or define myself, there are those who see me in completely antithetical ways, contradictory ways, in many ways irreconcilable to core fundamental ways in which I see myself as a human being. This tension has presented a source of conflict and severely, somewhat negatively, impacted my self-worth and self-esteem for the majority of my life. So with that in mind, let's explore. What is identity? What is citizenship? What is nationality? Who am I? What am I? How am I? And why am I? I hope you'll join me on my journey.